So am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that it felt just a little bit cooler today, or maybe the wind? Am I just imagining that? Okay.
Can you hear me? Is this mic in? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Coverage you can count on. You're watching WTVM News Leader 9. Sponsored by Montlick & Associates, Columbus Injury Attorneys.
A rescue all caught on camera as someone was swept into the Chattahoochee yesterday. What Columbus Fire and EMS say you need to do to stay safe ahead of a big weekend event on the river.
Plus, the excitement definitely building as we're just hours away from the regular season home opener for the Atlanta Braves. We have live team coverage from the new SunTrust Park.
And our futurecast indicating an increase in clouds on Easter Sunday, but will we have any rain around? We'll break things down for you coming up here later in the show.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us for News Leader 9 at 5.
Yeah, thanks for being with us on this Good Friday with a big weekend on tap along the Chattahoochee River. Columbus Fire and EMS are warning of the dangers of not wearing a life jacket.
In fact, the Paddle South competition is happening this weekend and comes on the heels of a rescue yesterday where someone was not wearing a life jacket and was nearly swept into the river.
Our Chandler Morgan is live along the river tonight to begin our team coverage. Chandler?
That's right, guys. It happened yesterday where a girl was just stranded over here in the Chattahoochee River. It happened right after Columbus Fire and EMS officials were wrapping up their water rescue. Marla Spence has a story. It was certainly perfect timing for the swiftwater rescue exercise as it came in handy to rescue a teenage girl who was stranded in the Chattahoochee River. Today, the Columbus Fire and EMS is telling folks who expect to come out here this weekend to take extra safety precautions if they plan to enjoy the Chattahoochee River. In this video, you can see the rescue happening as a nearby kayaker and Columbus Fire and EMS rescued a 17-year-old girl yesterday afternoon near the Bibb City Water Dam. The teen was on the rocks with no life jacket while taking pictures at the Riverwalk. EMS crews say people should think before taking a step into the Chattahoochee River.
Well, it's just important for everybody in the community to realize that it is illegal to be near the rocks or in the water without a life vest on.
Columbus Fire and EMS says the river rises every day around 3 in the afternoon. They say sirens go off every day at that time to let people know. They also say that the teen girl nearly fell into the river, but luckily she didn't, thanks to using the skills from yesterday's swift water rescue exercise.
The current gets faster and it's just more dangerous, but you know, a lot of these things are preventable.
Columbus Fire and EMS fear that this will be a reoccurring issue during the spring and summer months, but they say not to worry. They are well equipped and ready for any rescue in the Chattahoochee River. I'm Marla Spence reporting for WTVM News Leader 9. And it's definitely good news knowing that Columbus Fire and EMS are always on standby to handle any type of emergency situation, as many kayakers will be taking over Uptown Columbus for the next 2 days for Paddle South. Nearly 60 kayakers will be paddling their way to the goal. Now tonight is the preliminary competition where many kayakers will be earning their spot for tomorrow's final competition. It's the national championship, and there are 8 different ranging divisions for all different ages. Earlier today, I caught up with one of the kayakers who says if he qualifies today, it would be the best gift ever, as he is turning 12.
We're practicing now for the competition, and we just have to be comfortable on the wave. I turned 12 today, and I just got this new boat. So right here, this is a paddle. This is a runner double diving for play boating. Play boating is doing tricks. This is a full carbon fiber paddle with a bent shaft.
And kayakers will be qualifying tonight until around 8 p.m. And coming up on the news at 5:30, we'll hear more of Liam's story, along with talking to Whitewater Express officials, and they're telling me how they are also making a splash in this year's competition. For now, live in Columbus, Chandler Morgan for WTVM News Leader 9.
Exciting. Hopefully everybody's safe. All right, thank you, Chandler, for that live report. And we want you to send us your pictures if you're participating in Paddle South or maybe out there watching. We have a new way for you to submit photos straight through our all-new mobile app. Once they are uploaded, you can find them under the slideshows section.
And with all of the events going on this weekend, including Paddle South, will the weather hold up? We're going to take a look at Uptown Columbus for you from our Alpha Insurance Skycam. It is pretty out there. It has been gorgeous pretty much all week.
Yeah.
And Chief Meteorologist Derek Kincaid here now. Of course, this is Easter weekend, so lots going on. Is the weather going to hold up for everybody? All these outdoor events happening?
I think so, and if you like the weather earlier this week, you're going to like it coming up for the weekend, because we're talking similar conditions, warm, mostly dry, and just really pleasant to be outside.
That works great for all the Easter egg hunts and everything else outside.
I think so, and that's going to carry over to next week too. Right now it's 85 in the Fountain City, Auburn 81, Albany at 85 degrees, 83 down in Dothan, and Birmingham checking in with 85 too. On the satellite view, there are some clouds out there. We've seen that over the last couple of days, this mix of clouds and sunshine for us, but rain still well away from the valley, off to our north and off to our south and east, and we do not expect that rain to get in here anytime soon. Here's a breakdown of your forecast as we get you set for the big spring fling out at the Columbus Civic Center tonight. Remember, gates opening now. Temperatures quite warm. Going through the evening hours, we'll be down in the mid-70s by the time folks are heading on home. And of course, up in Atlanta tonight, a big game. Braves opening night in the new park, 81 degrees for the first pitch of that one. And we'll, of course, hear a little bit more about that game tonight from Paul and Parker coming up a little later on in the newscast. For now, guys, back to you.
All right, Derek, thank you. Columbus Police asking for your help tonight to find a missing woman they say may be in danger. 33-year-old Akeisha Paris was last seen this past Sunday at the Waffle House off of exit 42 on I-185 in Troup County.
She was last seen wearing a dark colored T-shirt with the Army logo on the front. Police say she may be headed to Atlanta and was initially seen walking along the highway. If you have any information about her whereabouts, you're asked to call police.
Former Alabama Governor Robert Bentley is moving out of the governor's mansion. Vans and moving trucks are spotted inside the gates there of the mansion today. Bentley was also spotted in the driveway as he worked with movers to pack up his belongings from the Perry Street location. Bentley is required to be out of the mansion by Monday.
And Alabama Governor Kay Ivey's first week on the job is coming to a close. She's working as the state tries to recover from that scandal which led to Governor Bentley's resignation. Today, in a one-on-one interview, Ivey said politicians need to focus on the people and not on bettering themselves. For Governor Ivey, she says trust needs to be restored and built the old-fashioned way.
You can't legislate trust. You have to feel it. You have to judge it for yourself by the person's words and actions. And I am proud of 14 years of public service and honesty and openness, and that will continue.
We will have more on what she had to say coming up on News Leader 9 at 6 tonight.
A Columbus mother speaking out after she says her child was allegedly spanked by a teacher at Child Care Network. Amber Adams says she was notified earlier this week by another daycare worker alleging that her 9-month-old son was mishandled by another teacher. The mother says the daycare failed to properly notify her about the incident and even went as far as to cover the whole situation up. Now, coming up on the news at 5:30, you'll hear from the mother in an exclusive interview only on News Leader 9.
Phoenix City police have captured on camera a suspect they're looking for accused in a bank robbery. Take a look. This happened at the Phoenix City Girard Bank on 13th Street. Police say at around 10:30 this morning, the man walked into the bank and demanded cash.
He then ran from the bank and is believed to have gotten into a small black or blue four-door car. If you have any information, you're asked to call police immediately. Well, happening today, the excitement building as the Braves get ready to open regular season home play at the new ballpark. SunTrust Park has already been causing excitement as the new stadium offers new features.
And it's not just the ballpark which is new. The surrounding area has been turned into retail space. This offers new experience for those looking for something to do before and after the game. We have our Paul Stockman and also Parker Brenton there right now.
Hey guys, so how's it going? Pretty day to be at SunTrust Park.
Hey Barbara, yes, we're here at the new home of the Atlanta Braves. This is the official home opener, and I'm here with some very special guests, the very first two people to walk into SunTrust Park. Now, I've got to ask you guys, how long did you wait to get this opportunity?
About 2 hours.
Now, was the traffic, some people have been talking about the traffic a lot. How was the traffic coming into the stadium today?
Lightest it's been so far for us. We've been here a few times at the exhibition game from Ringgold, Georgia, and today was the easiest day so far.
And talk a little about what does it mean to you? You're obviously pretty big Braves fans. What does it mean to you guys to be the first people ever to be at a regular season Braves game, to walk in the gates as the first people?
It's still kind of surreal. We definitely didn't kind of come here with that goal in mind or anything, so it was definitely surreal. In the history books forever, yeah, just can't sink in yet.
Now you guys, you got a gift out of it. Talk about that. It's pretty cool. Special
from Delta, a trip anywhere in the world.
Hey, well, if there's another ticket, if there's more than two and there's a third one, you know who you got to ask now. Now, I talked to some of the fans about this experience here and how they're enjoying the park, but Paul Stockman, he talked to some of the players. Now, Paul, what do the players have to say about the home opener?
Well, I'll tell you, Parker, the players love the ballpark because they say it's a hitter's park. We talked about it last time we were here. The ball tends to jump out of here. In fact, Freddie Freeman said his favorite part about SunTrust Park is the fact that it's 375 feet to right field, which means a little bit shorter than Turner. Right now, the Braves taking batting practice, kind of getting a feel for the park, getting a feel for how the ball carries. We saw some of them knocking some out of the park into that Bud Light chop, or Coors Light, rather, chop house over here in right field. So, the guys are looking to try to get some more homers, perhaps get another win tonight. Also got a chance to talk with Braves legend Chipper Jones earlier today. He said when he came into this park, it felt a lot of breeze and almost like the ball just kind of gets sucked out of the park. That's what he said. Now, of course, we're going to have plenty more from Chipper coming up later on at about 5:30. We'll talk with him about what it's like to play in your first part and the first game of a new park, because he did that at Turner Field back in 1997. So we'll see how the Braves legend feels about the new ballpark and perhaps what he thinks as the Braves get ready for the San Diego Padres later tonight. Julio Teheran's got the ball. We'll see how he can do as this game gets ready for first pitch at 7:30. But we're still going to be sticking around here for the next couple of hours, guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Paul. Lots of special things happening there at the new SunTrust Park already.
Yeah, one Georgia woman already receiving a proposal marking the first at the new ballpark. I'm very excited to go there as well to SunTrust.
And we have a slideshow of the proposal on our website. Coming up at 5:30, by the way, you're going to hear from Nikki Hobus, the bride-to-be. Can't wait for that. The Columbus Cottonmouth season is over after a heartbreaking loss yesterday. Yesterday could have been the last time the Cottonmouths will actually play in Columbus.
This as they're looking for a new owner, which must be in place by May 1st. It's only a few weeks away, and Cottonmouths coach Jerome Bichard says there are some potential buyers, and he's hopeful for the future of the Cottonmouths.
I feel confident that something positive is still going to come about. The crux of the whole problem is time is running short.
Now the Columbus Cottonmouths lost their playoff game last night 6-3 to the #1 seed Macon.
And we have more on this story, and we've been following this for you. You can find all of that at WTVM.com. Well, 2 Georgia officers now facing charges after a video showing a suspect being punched went viral. How the suspect and others are reacting to what they saw.
And it's an extravaganza at Paul's Humane today. How you can take home a 4-legged friend for the holiday at a discounted price today.
And congratulations to Melinda Brooks from Columbus for winning our WTVM and Energy Savers umbrella today. Don't forget you can register to win over on the weather tab at WTVM.com or on the WTVM News app under the contest tab. Now, after the break, we'll break down your Easter weekend weather-wise and look ahead to next week as well.
From your Storm Team 9 Alert Center, WTVM Chief Meteorologist Derek Kincaid.
Well, Easter weekend is here. Warm and mostly dry forecast, too, coming our way for both Saturday and Sunday. Went ahead and took out that rain chance that we had in there for Sunday, so if you do have plans outdoors, you definitely will not need the umbrella either day. I think that chance of rain almost too small to mention, though we may have a few more clouds rolling in on Easter Sunday. Still should be a nice day. And as we get into next week, we're going to keep this warm trend going. In fact, 90-degree readings are possible in spots next Thursday and Friday as we really start to warm up. At that next good chance of rain, maybe holding off now until next weekend in the forecast. Tonight, another chance to see the International Space Station fly over if you're in the Fountain City or the surrounding area. You've got about a 5-minute window to check that out tonight, appearing in the north-northwest sky, disappearing in the east. Got to look low in the sky to be able to see that fly over tonight, again from 8:51 to 8:56 Eastern Time. Looking at weather today, a good one out there for you. 85 in Columbus, 83 in Smith Station, as well as down at Lawson Army Airfield. Most everyone in the 80s right now. Richland 82, Auburn 81, and 84 up in Troup County and LaGrange. So just a few clouds around here today. Up to the north, we found some showers here along the border of Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, where the states come together. There you see some showers in progress. Also some rain east of the Fountain City. Those showers trying to head our way, but they're not going to make it. We just don't have enough moisture around here to get anything going rain-wise. So another dry, another hot day for us overall. Our futurecast shows as we go through the nighttime hours, we'll see a sky that will stay mostly clear for us. As we get ready for Saturday, Beginning the day sunny, but we could see a few clouds moving back in during the afternoon, during the evening. No big changes here to what we had today with that mix of sun and clouds for Saturday. For Easter Sunday, weather a little cloudier, I think, through the day. You'll notice this, the clouds increasing around here Sunday, but we've left that rain chance out of the picture again for Easter Sunday. The only negative about the forecast this weekend, the pollen count still going to stay very high for those of you with outdoor activities planned, whether it's maybe eating lunch or dinner outside, a cookout, an Easter egg hunt, early morning church service outdoors. The pollen will be a factor. Oak, pine, and mulberry trees causing the most pollen around here today, along with the grass pollen in the high range as well. Weather for tonight looking like this. Lows will be back down to the 50s and 60s, and skies will stay mostly clear across the valley tonight. Pretty comfortable out there again if you have plans outdoors, that's for sure. Anywhere from north to south across the viewing area. Then for tomorrow, the average high 77. We're going to be back in the low to mid 80s again. So a warm and a very pleasant afternoon. 85 in Columbus, 83 in the city of Auburn, and more low to mid 80s down to our south. Looking at the next 9 days here, as we get into next week, we'll look ahead to some very warm weather by next Thursday and Friday, approaching 90 in some spots, guys.
Going to start feeling a little closer to summer, right?
It will, but after that, it does cool down next weekend, so we'll also look ahead to that.
As you said, some rain would do us some good for sure.
It would.
All right. Thank you, Derek.
We are now getting a look at a suspect who's in a video being punched and kicked by 2 Georgia police officers. Here's the video. It shows 2 officers from Gwinnett County and an interaction during a traffic stop. Robert McDonald and 19-year-old veteran Michael Bongiovanni were the 2 who have been fired and are now facing criminal charges. Now, the suspect at that traffic stop, Demetrius Hollins, was taken to the county jail with a bloody face.
All I can say is I wish this never happened to me.
The suspect was screaming. He was screaming, ah, ah.
We acknowledge that these actions of the former officers will have long-lasting effects on our community.
Hollins was pulled over for traffic violations. The officers say they took action when he resisted arrest.
A man suspected of stealing 18 guns from a Wisconsin gun shop has been captured after a 10-day manhunt. This comes after authorities say Joseph Jakubowski mailed a manifesto to President Donald Trump outlining issues he has with the government. He also sent a video of him putting it in the mail. Jakubowski, seen here, was arrested just before 6 this morning while camping on a farmer's property in Wisconsin. Police say they are glad to have him in custody today.
His condition was good. So we didn't see any signs of injuries and nothing was reported. No, he gave up peacefully. Again, there was an overwhelming force there. I think he understood what he was facing, so he gave up peacefully.
The suspect is in the process of being returned to another county for further investigation and charges. It's not every day you see 3 police departments joining forces.
Why they came together in Lee County earlier today for a special event.
It is certainly looking a lot like Easter at Paul's Humane today. The animal shelter is hosting its annual adoption extravaganza. Both today and tomorrow, the shelter is offering low-cost adoptions. You'll be provided an egg with the cost inside. Prices range from $5 to $25. The adoptions manager says that it is a great way to get people interested in taking in dogs and cats.
When you're adopting an animal from a shelter, whether it's ours or another shelter, you're actually saving 2 lives. You're saving a life at Animal Control, which is a kill shelter, and you're also saving a life at the shelter because you're making space for another animal to be pulled.
And the shelter is located on Milgen Road in Columbus, next to Cooper Creek Park.
A number of events set to take place across the valley for the holiday. Some of those include the annual Easter egg drop tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Lake Bottom Park. Easter at the Civic Center will happen at 9 a.m. on Sunday. Easter on the Square, that will take place tomorrow at 10 Central at Opelika Parks and Rec Building. A full list of these events and more is on our website, WTVM.com, under the local tab.
Well, parents, you may want to double check what the Easter Bunny leaves behind this Sunday. Target recalling more than 560,000 water-absorbing Easter eggs and dinosaur toys.
Now, these recalled products are Hatch and Grow Easter eggs, Easter Grow toys, and Hatch Your Own Dino egg products. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says they pose a, quote, serious ingestion hazard. No injuries reported yet. People can return the products to any Target store for a refund.
Well, law enforcement agencies in East Alabama spent the day raising money for a very special cause. Auburn and Opelika PD and the Lee County Sheriff's Office joined forces to camp out on the roof of the Kroger in Tigertown.
This was to raise money for the Special Olympics during the Cops on Tops event. The officers have been out there since 8 this morning and have set a big goal for this year.
This is our 3rd year that we've participated. Last year we raised almost $7,000. This year we've set our goal at $10,000. And it's to fund the Special Olympics for these men, women, children, and adults in Lee County that participate.
And the event will be going on until 8 o'clock this evening.
Very nice. And, you know, nice weather for them out there. Hopefully not too hot.
And this is always a great event. Again, they're on the roof raising money, so how can you not support them?
Yeah, Special Olympics is a great cause for sure. That does it for the news at 5. We're back with more late-breaking headlines in just a few minutes.
And the news at 5:30 is coming up next. It's the perfect weekend to get out and enjoy the outdoors. This is exactly what kayakers from across the U.S. are doing as they participate in the Paddle South competition.
More live coverage along the Chattahoochee River is straight ahead.
Kayakers taking over the waters near the river in uptown Columbus. Yes. Hey Felicia, make sure to cue me really loud.